What's going on, everyone? How are we all doing? It's a bit of a late one indeed for a Sorare lineup video for me. Well, stream, I should say, for me indeed. Thank you very much for everyone that's in here. How are you doing, Shindro? How are we all doing? Hershey, 3D, TK, Joao. I hope you're all doing well indeed. It's a bit of an interesting slate. I think it's NBA Rivals Week, I believe. I don't think Sorare are doing anything for NBA Rivals Week, but I believe that's what the official sort of slate is going to be called. I think they do it where they match up a lot of the old rivalries and head-to-heads that you'd see in prior years, and that's where it is. I don't think the NBA do a great job of necessarily advertising it as well, but that's here nor there. Let's do some Sorare stuff though, shall we? Should we do it? Let's do it. So, as you can see here, actually you can't see here because this is just the homepage. As you can see here, we have only one reward, and it was a limited champion tier 4 placement. Actually, let's run through. Let me run you through quickly how I did. I have one lineup built. I must have done that when we was doing it beforehand. Pickup, I was a complete idiot and just spaced that Luca wasn't obviously going to be playing because that game was postponed. So I did it in both pickup and street ball. So, yeah, smart, really smart. That is right there. Limited champion hit a tier 4. This was from top tier projections as a lineup. Did very, very well indeed. I would argue Bradley Beal has underperformed. I thought he would have done a little bit better. But, you know, a lovely little tier 4. We take that. It's the small wins. It's the small wins. There we go. Limited contender. My IKB play on Nikola Vucevic was an IDKB play. I did not know better, and Vucevic stunk the gaff out. I also think I'm done with the Killian Hayes experiment. This is not very good, is he? Well, it doesn't seem very good in this Pistons lineup in any case. Maybe we can be a bit harsh on him, but I think with Cade coming back, that spot's definitely Jaden Ivey's as well. So, yeah, I think the Killian Hayes experiment may have run its course. This was a bit of a stinger, but then it would have been really, really hard this week because, is it going to show training ones? It is going to show training ones. You had so many people overperform their L10s. Jaylen Brown, 55. Malcolm Brogdon, 61. We've got a Miles Turner on a 73. And then the two biggies, where are they? Where are the big ones? I got a Dame Lillard on 87 and a Devin Booker dropping an 80. So rare champion. I had the tools. I just didn't put them in. So there we go. The Drew Holiday was a killer, but there we go. Right, let me catch up with the chat. Does Vucevic project well this game week? Do you know what? We will find out, Shindro. We will find out. Dino went crazy last night. Looks sad. People saying he might get traded this week. I did see that. I saw him and Rui Hachimura were feeling a little bit upset for themselves. I feel like the writing is potentially on the walls when you see stuff like that, but who knows? The NBA changes at drastic rates. But if D'Lo does get traded, unfortunately, I think he's just too inconsistent, and that's the issue with him. He can look like he did last night, but then he will tail off for another 3 or 4 games and put up some stinky ones. So that's the issue with it. Bucks went crazy. Burks went crazy. Yeah, he did go crazy as well. He did indeed. What else have I got to see here? Yeah, I mean, that Clippers comeback. I mean, it was a Clippers comeback, but also it was the Nets just showing how fragile they are. It was also a case of just the Clippers are so deep. And I know we say this every single year with when they've had Kawhi and Paul George, and if they stay healthy, yada, yada, yada. But now you're looking at that lineup, and genuinely, if they do stay healthy, if Kawhi didn't turn up to the fourth quarter, Paul George was bad all game, and you've still got James Harden, Russell Westbrook, and Norm Powell. They're so deep, and they've not got Zubac either. They're just so deep. It's crazy. Really crazy. You don't like the Jacques Vaughn experience? Wow. How am I doing? I'm very angry at So Red. 90th in contender, nice tier 2. Got book night. Floor at $1. What's 90th in contender? In what? In this? Is this what you get? 90th here. Tier 2. There's no way James Book Knight is in this. Oh my God, he is. How is Book Knight? That's crazy. That has to be a mistake. That can't be real. Yeah, that can't be right. I think that's an error. James Bouknight is not a tier 2 card. I don't care if he's come in from that period there. That's not a tier 2. I think that's a card swap, Micho. I would look at a card swap on that one. You can go on the support for it, but that's got to be a mistake. He can't be there. That's a mistake. He's a tier 4 at best, even in a week. So, that if he's tier 2 again this week, I just saw, was it Hershey that said that? I'll tweet out about that as well. Yeah, 100% customer support should be notified because that's not right. You shouldn't be getting 90th in tier 2. I would suspect, yeah, you get maybe the Brandon Pizemski, you get like a nice rookie, a Buddy Hield, a Brandon Miller, maybe a Cam Thomas. But yeah, he's a tier 5 at his best. He's a tier 4. If he ends up getting some mad rotation minutes because everyone gets injured on the Hornets, that's literally the only other case for it. So yeah, that's definitely worth it. In any case, let's open a tier 4. It's actually no, let's do this tier 5 common. I don't think I've had a tier 5 common this year. Trey Lyles, no, it's a guard. Davion Mitchell, no. Colby Jones, okay, we'll take the rookie card for it. And then limited champion tier 4. I don't really know what I'd want here. I'd kind of want OKC Thunder because I've got some first owns of them. Maybe a Celtics guy. Any one of the collections. OKC Thunder would be great. Celtics center. Oh, do you know what? I'll take that because every now and then I think Porzingis is out, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but Kristaps is out. 15 is quite high though. Is the only thing. 15 is kind of high for him. And do you know what as well? In the meantime, we will also go and look at his projections for this coming game week because he could be a player. I don't know, but I'll run this just quickly. My lineups going forward now for season 2 on Sorare are going to be powered by top tier projections. If you want to see what they're all about and try and gain that little edge over the competition within the Sorare streets, I'll leave a link to it down below in the description for you to go and check them out. Let the guys over at Top Tier Projections know that I'm the one that sent you. They'll give you a special offer and it will also help support me making these videos going forward. There we go, and we're back in the room. Yeah, Luke Cornett will normally fall next in line because I assume Al Horford is going to be out, and Sam Hauser normally does step into a bigger role. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so let's build some lineups, right? Let's delete whatever one that I've done here from beforehand. We'll scrap these off. We'll go on to top tier projections as well, like I just mentioned, because this is where we're going to build my lineups for it. And the way in which you can do this as well, everything's linked down below. If you do want to sign up to it, mention that obviously that I sent you, you'll get a lovely little discount for the rest of the season. But you can go in there on common into the champion side, run this, and it will pick out and spit out the best lineup that it thinks right now or as of the last time the projections will run what I should play from the cards in my gallery. So it's suggesting Luka. The only thing I don't like, and I'm sure it's not going to be an issue because he's obviously got 2 games, teams that are on 4 days rest this year tend to be quite badly, tend to perform quite badly. I think they're 1-8. So doesn't fill me with much hope, especially against the Boston Celtics, but you know, we move. So it thinks, let me push this back on here. So Luka Doncic here. I'm going to run the Santi Aldama. I thought he was a good play anyway this week, but also because of everyone that's currently going down, he looks even better. So we're going to run Santi Aldama in there and all. Anthony Simons is going to be a guy that I'm going to pick up. 30 is steep for Anthony Simons, though, isn't it? That's the only thing. I quite like Derek White for it. So we'll put Derek White in. We'll throw Anthony Simons in for now. And then it suggests Jalen Brunson. Now, if I was to get rid of Anthony Simons for Benedict Mathurin, could I upgrade Jalen Brunson to Kawhi? I don't want to put Kawhi in. I don't really want to run Jaren Jackson Jr. either. So I think we'll run that as the common one. As ever, if you're watching this on playback as well, all you got to do, if I win the limited card in this competition, I give it away. It's pretty simple and standard stuff around here. Just be a sub to the channel, like the video, and leave any form of comment down below, just because then I pick one comment at random. That's how it always works. Do you know what, Pavel? I'm going to call you Pavel, as the famous Pavel trader there is on Sorare. How can I contact Top Tier Projections without X account? I think Discord will be your best bet. I'll find the Discord to it, actually. And from there, you can get in touch with them. I'll put that in this chat at some stage. I will remember to do that, Pavel. I need to pick 2 of Towns, Fox, Lillard. 2 of Towns, Fox, and Lillard. What one do you recommend? I would go with Fox and Lillard is what I would say. Here's what I would say. Yeah, I did see he's braided his hair. It's an interesting strategy. It's either going to be he puts up a 50-point score and his braided hair is here to stay, or he turns the ball over 9 times and we never see it again. That sounds cool, isn't it? We're ever going to see that. So that's common's done. Let's do the juicier stuff. Let's do limited Champione. Huh? Who wants a bit of limited champ? Limited champ's always fun. So again, we'll in the interest of time, I'm going to speed run this. So it's pushing out for me Luka Doncic MVP, not running Joel Embiid. Some might say that that's a mistake, but we're going to run Luka. We're going to trust in the TTP. Then it's saying Jalen Duren. Let me push this back on as well. Jalen Duran and Chet Holmgren. I've got some nice little percentages now on these guys as well, from a little bit of XP, a little bit of collection. To be fair, my Detroit one, I should be going and getting some, especially collection. I should definitely go and be getting some bonus and stuff from there. Derek White at 28 is looking quite low, especially with some of the guys that's sitting out for them. And I do suspect 3-day gap period, maybe Jaylen Brown and Tatum do play both. And then Santi Aldama to round it off again. I don't mind Kyle Anderson this week. 3 games, I think he's quite good for that. You'd suspect maybe a Towns game that's sat, or a Gobert, or both. So then his production could go up a little bit. And we've seen before that he can hit a big score. At 17 with 3 games, I think he's worth a gamble. But that might be a contender play. And then we'll throw in this Santi Aldama to round that lineup. What? There's a 5. We're leaving 5 score on the table. That's crazy. I mean, Josh Hart, I don't really want to play. Keontae George, no. Nikola Jovic, no. Maybe Brandon Miller. I might go for an IKB and put a Brandon Miller here, because Brandon Miller seems to be more likely to go mad, especially with that Detroit game. I think LaMelo might be back as well, which does help him a little bit. So I'm going to overrule that there, and I'm going to run for a Brandon Miller. Maybe that's a mistake. Well, 5 Season 2 cards in one lineup. Can you Adam and Eve it? Can you Adam and Eve it? Right. So we'll go back to limited champion on top tier projections, and then what we'll do is we will put in, because this is where you can tweak it about. We'll throw in, who did we move? We put Brandon Miller in, right? We'll throw Brandon Miller in here. We'll click run again. It's giving us the same lineup. So I'll hit save, and then I'll scroll on to contender. I'll get rid of the Brandon Miller. I'll hit run. And now it's spat out like Chet Holmgren, Derek White, some of the people I've already used. So I can click exclude the save lineup, and it's put Brand. Did we run? Did I? I must not have put the Brandon Miller in. That's what I must have done. Did we do that? Am I being silly here? No, we did use Brandon Miller. Okay, so we will exclude Brandon Miller. And right, so this is the optimal lineup according to the projection for me then. So again, we'll fill this in. It's saying a Chris Middleton, which I probably wouldn't have picked at 32. Even though I got 10% on him, his scores are looking nuts. Every other game, he's sort of putting up 1.5x. He's got a game against the Pistons. So, okay, I see that. Where else is it telling me to go? Jeremy Grant, coming off that massive game that he had recently as well. We're going to throw him in at 29. Then it's the Santi Aldama season at 18. A Josh Hart at 20, and a John Conchar at 11. Wow. No love for Brissett, no love for Bol. It's a John Conchar game, is what it's saying. I'm not sure about the Conchar one. I will be honest. It thinks he's going to get a 20, but yeah, again, this is what's in my lineup. There's probably someone out there I could go and buy, but I don't want to go and buy anyone this week. I want to just play the cards that I've currently got. Let me quickly catch up with the chat as well. Can't leave a 5 cap. That's criminal. I know. I hate leaving cap spaces on the table. Like 1 or 2 is fine. 3, yeah, but anything around that is a bit mad. Carl Anderson's so good. Yeah, that's it. There's a lot of love for Timberwolves in this chat. Damn. You think it's a Norweek? Could be a Norweek. It could be a Norweek. Yeah. The thing with Brandon Miller as well is he had a bit of a slow start, is what I'll say. Oh well, we've been streaming. I came on. I was like, I need to do a quick stream. No faffing about, and we're here for 20 minutes nearly now. This is not good, guys. This is what Sorare does to us. Right, let me go back on. Let's do underdog quickly. Let's see what it's going to say for us. Right, I didn't save my last lineup. I'm an absolute doofus for that. So let's go and find Daniel House Jr. at 5. Jackson Hayes, the forgotten one. I think he's going to get traded, if I'm honest. I think when the Lakers make moves, he'll have to be moved in the roster space, and I feel like he'll end up going to one of those tanking teams and trying to get minutes, and they'll try and resurrect some trade value. Him going. Right, so Daniel House Jr., I do want to add in there. That's one guy I can remember. Cam Reddish is at 9. That's nuts that Cam Reddish is down at 9, so we'll throw him in. Anthony Black, his minutes are... Actually, Markel Fultz is listed out, so he should get a bit of an uptick in that one game. We'll throw Anthony Black in there as well. And then that leaves us 18 left with 2 positions. So I've got Champagne, I've got Carl Anderson, I think Carl Anderson will have to play here. And then 20 left on the table. Josh Richardson, Keontae George, Santi Aldama. What's happening with Keontae George's minutes? Why is he down there? We'll throw him in because he's got a game against the Wizards as well. So 2 rookie guys, 2 rookie guards again. We love to see it. Let's do rare. Who loves a bit of rare champion? I know I do. 65, top 65 for a card. Oh yeah. Here we go. Thank you very much, Shaw. I appreciate that. I appreciate the kind words. It's very nice. Naz Reid 3 games or Jordan Poole? Naz Reid is like their, I mean, Anthony Edwards said it himself, he's their X factor. So I'd probably, because it's 3 games, I'd probably lead with the Naz Reid, and they have a back-to-back in there. But I love it. I love a Jordan Poole play. It's all dependent on if one of Gobert or both sit. One of Gobert and Towns. If one sits or if both sits, that's where it lies. Anyway, Red Champ AD is going to be my MVP. Pretty straightforward. I mean, he's playing the Clippers without Zubac and the Chicago Bulls who play Vucevic. So I'm expecting like mid-70s. I think this is where he goes in that 70 to 80 range this week for me. I think he will have a blinder of a game. So come back and see how that one goes. Anthony Edwards is also a no-brainer at 39. I did run a thing in the background here, just looking at it in terms of where we're looking at with the projection of my personal lineup. So it's saying Caleb Martin, Miles Turner, Jimmy Butler, Anthony Edwards alongside him. If I go to all players out of interest, what does that show me? When I click run, Luka, Santi, Xavier Tillman, Chet, and Shea. Big OKC week. Interesting. Okay. I don't like Xavier Tillman. He'll always project well. I don't like Xavier Tillman as a pick. Chet, 34. Shea at 49 is... It's not Anthony Edwards at 39, but it's a good one. And I think Santi's a good one in any case this week. So, and then Luka is Luka, but I'm not going to go out and buy a brand new rare MVP just for that in general. Let me finish this lineup and then I'll get to some more questions as well. So we're going to go back to my lineup. And what did it say? It said Miles Turner and Jimmy Butler, I think is where we were going with this one. Jimmy Butler at 33. Am I on a back-to-back? See, that's the thing. I don't like playing him on a back-to-back. It's the magic as well, Jimmy. He just looks so disinterested. We'll throw him in there for now. Miles Turner at 28, I do like. And he's looked better. I think that game that he had against the Blazers, I know it's the Blazers, but I'm a bit interested more to see what Miles Turner's role looks like after that trade has happened. And then Caleb Martin at 20 is actually quite nice because Caleb Martin can go for a big game. Especially that Memphis one I like. I just don't like Jimmy at 33. I'd be more tempted to play Jaden Ivey. He's playing. I know Cade Cunningham's back, but he's got the Bucks and the Hornets. That's it. I think it's Jaden Ivey. What's the difference? So we've got Butler, who's projecting 48 with his boost, and we've got Jaden Ivey, who's 45. Points do matter quite a lot, but I'm going to run the rookie 3 card. Jaden Ivey is what we're going to do there. I think that's the move. Don't do that to me. Oh, Mitcho, what are you doing? I've just submitted that. Just planned it all out. I mean, he's got 3 games. He's probably going to play 2 anyway. So it's not the end of the world, is it? It's not the end of the world. Right, let me quickly catch up with chat as well. What's the play at 17 or lower? Got Patrick Williams at the moment, but not too sure about. Patrick Williams is projecting well, I do believe. Patrick Williams is projecting very, very well. I'll quickly again show you his cap side of things. So at 17 less than or equal to, we're looking at projections. Pat Williams is top man. Pat Williams is your top dog. You can go for a Nar, Sar Thompson, Trey Lyles, Kyle Anderson. Mason Plumlee is an option. I wouldn't be looking at Harrison Barnes or Kyle Lowry. And then the rest of them, they'll project semi-well, but it's... and guys, remember, they are just projections. They're not sort of gospel. They're not 100%. Don't go off everything for them, but yeah, that's it indeed. What do you think of this contender lineup? Brook Lopez, Herter, Wiggins, Jabari Walker, Conchart. Sounds pretty strong, man. Sounds pretty strong indeed. Jump Shoot, how are you doing indeed? Right, let's do rare contender because I can't stream for too long, guys. I really can't this week. It's been a busy week. Right, rare contender. So we'll go back into champion. We'll run that. I hope there's a new. I don't think there probably will be. I think we're not going to get anything now until All-Star break, sadly. I hope I'm wrong. I hope there is like an under 23 or an all offensive or an all defensive or whatever it turns out to be. But yeah, I think we're not going to get any special tournaments now until All-Star. And then there'll be a big thing at All-Star, and then it'll be a big ramp up for the playoffs. That's what I'm feeling. So yeah, it's what it is. It's what it is indeed. Right, let's do contender because I need to do this. Let's do this. Oh, okay, that's a bit of a spicy contender lineup that is spat out for me there. That's a little spicy one. Do you know what? I've just seen this comment, and I wasn't going to go back to them. But who could get traded this game week? I think, well, the next podcast that we're going to be recording is who we think should be traded and why. I think there's a lot of people on the chopping block. I think D'Angelo Russell will be getting moved at some stage. I don't think it will happen this soon, but I think maybe it does. Maybe it does from the tiers that we saw. I think there's also going to be some movement around. Andrew Wiggins is probably the most likely one of the Warriors. Potentially, I don't think they'll move Draymond. I don't know where Clay would go if they did move Clay. Jump shoot, you get me talking about trades. I need to move on. I can't be going this long. Right. When's All Start? Next month. In about 3 weeks, I'd say, actually. Maybe three and a bit weeks. Why not Lillard, man? Criminal George hits again. Bobby, are we doing this? Right. Okay. Just for that, rare contender. Where is he? Damian Lillard. He's in. No more moaning about Dame time. Okay. Who's he got? Okay. He's not bad. He's not bad games. I'll throw Jimmy in this one as well. And this is also what it's saying to me to do. So this is lining up in a lovely comparison. Cam Reddish is 9. Is he just not? How's that happened? A -6. I did not know he dropped a -6. That's mental. Okay, yeah, Cam Reddish can go in there. I like a little Cam Reddish play. An old Knicks card that he had. Do I want to? I don't really want to run anyone else of that ilk. I don't want to run Vanderbilt. I could run Harrison Barnes. He's projecting okay, but Harrison Barnes, isn't it? We'll run him at 17, and then who's the last one? Carl Anderson. I've got him listed on the market. I need to take him down. Does this do it? Yes, it does. Okay, right. So we'll take him down. We'll run him in there as well. There we go. Look at that. Oh, and then rare underdog. Has anyone actually in this chat won anything in underdog this year? I've won in limited underdog. I've not hit rare. Hitting in rare underdog is what, 20th? Yeah, top 20. And what is it, tier 5? Top 10. You could come 10th in rare underdog and you get a tier 4. It's just so hard. That's because also the plays are at that low of an L10 make more sense to play in contender and champion. Like it looks ridiculous. That's my only gripe with rare. I know that they reduced the mint counts, but top 20 is insane. At least it's 525. I know that there's probably, if you do the maths and how many people play limit and underdog in comparison, it probably equates to the same. But that's just nuts to me. That is just crazy. And anyway, scroll all the way down. I mean, look, we all know Bol, so Bol's going in there. It's me and a rare underdog. Bol is going in. I don't really want to run Utah. Jackson Hayes is not going to get minutes, but I'm just playing him at this rate to try and get minutes in him so that his XP keeps going up, because then he'll be nearer 20% if he ever does play, is the other thing for it. I'm going to run Andrew Wiggins because I think he's a semi-decent play this week. I'm also going to run Kevon Looney, and then that leaves me with 10 more. JaVale McGee. Thomas Bryant's not getting minutes. Do you know what? He got 2. So we'll throw Thomas Bryant in. Look at that. War a lineup. If I go 19, I can get someone else over Kevon Looney, who I think is a little bit better. And it's just Josh Richardson. And they're on a back-to-back, so he might actually play. So there we go. That'll do rare underdog as well. I hit rare underdog low, Kendrick Williams, like 4 times, but it's like winning a common at least for me. I won on Bundesliga twice on common, none in NBA. Nice. The Bundesliga tournament's going to be tough, though, I imagine. Again, we've spoken about rewards so much. I think it's the age old. When you do win this year, you win so much better than you did last. Like 700 to win rare champion this year, $700, a super rare tier 4, and a rare tier 1. And one of those rare tier 1s, if you win rare champ, you get the best one. So who's the best rare card? Probably Luka, I'd imagine. And how much is Luka's rare currently? 400 quid. KD definitely won't be. Jokic, what's Jokic rare? Jokic rare is 650 quid. So you're talking like to win that competition, you're getting, what's going on here? A couple hundred quid for the super rare tier 4, 650 for the tier 1. It's like nearly 1500. So you're getting good when you win. It's just if you don't win big, you seem to win very mediocrely, and that's the issue of trying to encourage people to win. And that's why I've said I think we should have a bridge tournament, and even if it's just cash and no cards, if there was a bridge tournament for limited to rare, I think you get more people buying the rare cards to do it, and then that inflates them, and then you can then put the rewards up, and so it all snowballs. But that's it. Otherwise, I think they'll make. I think there will be some changes coming. I'll be surprised if there isn't, especially when we saw that tweet from Nicholas that they want to align football, MLB, and NBA, and you see how football rewards are, and they're so much better. And then you see the NBA ones, and they're not as good. I think Limited Champion's really good, though. I will say that. I think Limited Champion to where you can get rewards if you win Limited Champion, $150 card, a $70 card, $350, like $500 for winning a limited competition. Where if you look at some of the lineups that have won that, probably won't have cost that much. You won't have needed a Luka every week. So. And even then, Luka's not even that much anymore. Like Luka used to be so much as a limited, and now he's like $150, if that. Richardson meant to start. Okay, that's interesting. That's an interesting one. If you win big, otherwise you cry. Yeah, like finish top 25. Yeah, that's the issue of Red Champ. It's hard to win, and then if you've got the current player base that say this, if you have people that have started buying cards and playing limited, and they see how hard it is here, they're not going to want to move up. They might move into contender, and yeah, it's where we go. Do we get special all-star cards? I would be very surprised, considering we got Christmas Day cards this year, and we got the Action Poses cards. Was that all-star? I think it was all-star last year. We had the Action Day cards. I would be extremely surprised if we don't get all-star cards. Is what I'll say. Jump shoot. The stars will be stars. Shout out James Booknight. There's a golf clap. There's a golf clap. Golf clap in the chat there. There's a golf clap. Well done. That's 100%. That can't be. Is he a tier 2 in is he just in the tier 2 pool? That is crazy. Someone's doing that as a that almost feels like a practical joke. Is he in rare? If I won, hang on 1 second. What is going on? So rare, right? If I was in Rare Champion and I came 9th in Rare Champion, there's no way. So he's not in rare. He's just limited. Okay, that has to be a bug because he's not in rare. If I won a James Booknight, if I come 9th in Rare Champion and saw James Booknight, and also you see Guard Hornets, and then you get Booknight, head loss would be like out of this world. The head loss would be. Yeah, that's nuts for it. Right. I was about to say, I assume the Sorare NBA Discord is in flames, as normally when there is a thing like that, and that's something to actually validly moan about. Winning a tier 2 and it be Booknight. So there we go. I mean, everyone wants to moan if they get someone that they don't really like in the tiers. Like I've had some bad tiers. I got Gary Trent Jr. once as a tier 2. I've had Jeremy Grant probably is a tier 2, maybe a tier 3. Back-to-back Russell Westbrooks. So everyone gets them every now and then. But yeah, if you got this far and you've been chilling with me for the 30 minutes that we're live as well, there was nearly 40 viewers a couple of moments ago. Thank you very much. Make sure that you do like the video or like the stream. Make sure you're subbed to the channel as well. It would mean the world to me. And yeah, I think that's going to do it for us. Go follow me on Sorare as well. #plug. And yes, ignore this. There will be something coming with this. I might be looking at going into to someone else, but we'll wait and see if there's some deals to be done, or some deals will be done. That's what we'll say on that one. Guys, thank you very much for watching. I'm going to wrap this up there because we've been streaming now for 30 odd minutes, and that was longer than I had anticipated. Good luck for game week 26. I hope it brings you all the rewards that you have. And yeah, that's going to do it. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll catch you in the next stream. Podcast will be out soon on trades within the NBA, and peace.